Good morning. This is GAINN, your global AI news network daily brief. Today's top stories span geopolitics, energy markets, climate policy, cybersecurity, and financial regulation. Here's what matters and why. Iran protests escalate as international pressure mounts. The United Nations Human Rights Office says hundreds of people have been killed in Iran amid ongoing nationwide protests as security forces intensify their crackdown. Protests have spread across multiple cities following months of unrest, with demonstrators calling for political reform and accountability. The UN says it has verified widespread use of lethal force, mass arrests, and restrictions on communication. The United States has responded sharply. President Donald Trump publicly encouraged protesters to continue, stating that help is on the way, while warning Iran that further violence could trigger consequences. At the same time, Washington has paused diplomatic engagement with Tehran. Why this matters? Iran is a central player in Middle East stability, global energy supply, and nuclear diplomacy. Escalation increases the risk of regional conflict, energy market volatility, and renewed sanctions pressure. This is no longer a domestic issue. It is a global flashpoint. US withdraws from major UN and climate bodies. The United States has formally withdrawn from more than 60 international organizations, including key United Nations agencies and major climate cooperation frameworks. The White House says the decision reflects a reassessment of US interests and financial commitments. Among the withdrawals are bodies central to global climate coordination and environmental reporting. Why this matters? This represents a major shift in the global governance landscape. The US stepping back creates a leadership vacuum that other powers are likely to fill, particularly China and the European Union. It also complicates coordinated global responses to climate change, trade, and security. Venezuela resumes oil production and exports. Venezuela has begun reopening oil wells and resuming crude exports after months of production declines, according to sources familiar with the operations of state oil company PDVSA. Tankers are already leaving Venezuelan ports, sending additional supply into global markets. This comes amid shifting US policy toward Venezuela and heightened energy security concerns worldwide. Why this matters? Any increase in oil supply affects global prices, inflation expectations, and geopolitical leverage. Venezuela's re-entry into the market could soften price pressures, but it also raises questions about sanctions enforcement and regional power dynamics. Trump signals support for Iranian protesters. In a rare and direct statement, President Trump urged Iranian protesters to continue demonstrations, framing the unrest as a fight for freedom. He also indicated that the US would not resume nuclear talks while the crackdown continues. Why this matters? Publicly backing protesters inside a sovereign state is a high-risk diplomatic move. It raises the stakes for confrontation and could accelerate retaliation through cyber, proxy conflicts, or energy markets. World Economic Forum warns on AI-driven cyber risk. The World Economic Forum's Global Cybersecurity Outlook for 2026 warns that artificial intelligence is now the dominant driver of cyber risk. The report finds that nearly all surveyed organizations expect AI to increase the scale, speed, and sophistication of cyber attacks. Geopolitically motivated cyber activity is now considered a top national security concern. Why this matters? Cybersecurity is no longer a technical issue. It is infrastructure, defense, and economic stability. As AI tools proliferate, the line between state and non-state cyber threats continues to blur. US lawmakers move to regulate crypto markets. US senators have introduced new legislation aimed at regulating cryptocurrency markets, focusing on investor protections, market transparency, and clearer oversight authority. bill is designed to address regulatory gaps that have contributed to volatility and high-profile failures in recent years. Why this matters? This could be a turning point for digital assets. Regulatory clarity may stabilize markets, reshape capital flows, and determine whether crypto becomes a permanent fixture in the financial system or remains a speculative fringe. Those are today's top stories shaping markets, policy, and global stability. You're watching GAINN. Stay informed.